Alright, imagine this. You're scrolling through Zillow, dreaming of your perfect home. You see pictures, prices, square footage, even estimated values. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where does all that information actually come from? Is Zillow some kind of real estate wizard, magically conjuring up data out of thin air? Or is there something more systematic going on? That's the mystery we're cracking today. Because let's face it, in a world where information is power, understanding how platforms like Zillow gather and present data is absolutely crucial. Whether you're a buyer, seller, or simply a curious observer, the inner workings of these real estate giants impact you. Think about it. We rely on Zillow for so much. We use it to gauge market trends, estimate property values, and even plan our next move. But how accurate is that information? And more importantly, how does Zillow get it? Before we dive deep, let's acknowledge that Zillow isn't a single, monolithic entity. It's a complex system, a network of data sources and algorithms working in tandem. And understanding this complexity is key to understanding the data itself. So, let's break it down, piece by piece, and reveal the intricate web of information that powers Zillow. First and foremost, the bedrock of Zillow's data is public records. These are the official documents filed with local government agencies, like county assessors' offices and recorders' offices. Think of these as the official birth certificates of properties. They contain a wealth of information: ownership details, property size, lot dimensions, tax assessments, and even past sales history. These records are publicly accessible, meaning anyone can request them. However, gathering and organizing them on a national scale is a monumental task. Zillow and similar platforms have invested heavily in technology to automate this process. They use sophisticated data scraping and aggregation techniques to pull information from these public sources and compile it into a centralized database. Now, public records are a great starting point, but they're not always up-to-date or complete. For example, recent renovations or additions might not be reflected in the official records until much later. That's where the second major source of information comes in: multiple listing services, MLSs. MLSs are databases maintained by real estate brokerages and associations. They contain detailed information about properties currently listed for sale, including photos, descriptions, and listing prices. This data is typically more current and comprehensive than public records. Zillow has established partnerships with many MLSs across the country, allowing them to access and display this listing information. This is why you often see detailed property listings on Zillow, complete with multiple photos and descriptions. However, it's important to note that MLS data is often subject to restrictions and regulations. Not all MLSs share their data with Zillow, and even those that do may have limitations on how that data can be used. This is why you might see some listings on Zillow that are more complete than others. Beyond public records and MLSs, Zillow also relies on user-submitted data. This includes information provided by homeowners, real estate agents, and other users. For example, homeowners can claim their property on Zillow and update its information, adding details about renovations or improvements. Real estate agents can also contribute information about their listings, ensuring that the data on Zillow is accurate and up-to-date. This user-submitted data plays a crucial role in filling in the gaps left by public records and MLSs. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Zestimate. This is Zillow's estimated market value for a property. It's a complex algorithm that takes into account a variety of factors, including public records, MLS data, and user-submitted information. The Zestimate is a statistical model, and like any model, it's not perfect. It's designed to provide a general estimate of a property's value, but it's not a substitute for a professional appraisal. Zillow acknowledges that the accuracy of the Zestimate varies depending on the availability and quality of data in a particular area. In some areas, where there's a wealth of data, the Zestimate can be quite accurate. In other areas, where data is scarce or unreliable, the Zestimate may be less accurate. It's important to remember that the Zestimate is just an estimate. It's not a guarantee of a property's actual value. The best way to determine a property's value is to consult with a qualified real estate appraiser. Beyond the fundamental data sources, Zillow also utilizes a variety of technological tools to enhance its data and provide a better user experience. These tools include image recognition. Zillow uses image recognition technology to analyze photos of properties and extract information about their features and condition. Natural language processing. NLP Zillow uses NLP to analyze property descriptions and extract key information, such as the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, the square footage, and the amenities. Machine learning. Zillow uses machine learning algorithms to analyze vast amounts of data and identify patterns and trends in the real estate market. These technologies allow Zillow to process and analyze data more efficiently and accurately, providing users with a more comprehensive and insightful view of the real estate market. So, what does all this mean for you? As a buyer, it means that you should use Zillow as a starting point for your research, but you shouldn't rely on it as your sole source of information. You should also consult with a qualified real estate agent and appraiser to get a more complete and accurate picture of the market. As a seller, it means that you should be aware of the information that's available on Zillow, and you should take steps to ensure that your property's information is accurate and up to date. And as a curious observer, it means that you now have a better understanding of the complex web of information that powers Zillow and other real estate platforms. In essence, Zillow's data is a patchwork quilt, stitched together from public records, MLS listings, user contributions, and sophisticated algorithms. It's a powerful tool, but like any tool, it's only as good as the data it's built upon. It is important to remember that Zillow is a tool, not a replacement for professional advice. Always verify information and consult with experts when making real estate decisions. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.